What's up, guys? I'm back with your promised video, my reaction to Super Bowl 53. And before I start off with my reaction, I'm just gonna tell you guys who I had um before the playoffs started going to Super Bowl 53. I had the Bears. The reason why I had the Bears going to Super Bowl 53 is one, because I live in the Chicagoland area, and being kind of biased, I thought that one, defense wins championships, is how the saying goes. And the Bears had the best defense in the league. And I thought Mitchell Trubisky had enough of a good quarterback in himself to win us the game, and I didn't think it would come down to a field goal. But also, we had faced the Rams in the regular season, and it was a low-scoring affair, kind of like the Super Bowl, and we did win that game. So I guess Rams are just not good in low-scoring games. And in the AFC side, I had the Chargers. The reason why I had the Chargers was Phillip Rivers deserved to win a Super Bowl. He's too great not to win a Super Bowl, and I think this year was his year. And I had Melvin Gordon on my fantasy football team, and I was again kind of biased, and he kind of carried me, and then he got injured, and that there went my playoffs in my fantasy football team. Anyway, we all know how that ended. Cody Parkey missed a field goal. I'm not salty about it anymore. The key word. And the Chargers did pretty well. They held off a comeback by the Ravens, but they were stopped by the eventual champions, the Patriots. And going into the conference championship weekend, I had the Rams and Patriots winning their games, and the Rams should not have won that game. That was a blown call, and the Saints should have been in the Super Bowl. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I predicted that the Patriots would win, and that they would win in a shootout, and that was not the case. It was a mediocre game by Tom Brady. He had a QBR of 25.8, passer rating of 71.8. He had no touchdowns. He threw a pick. The first drive, they were driving down the field pretty well, I thought, and I had not got to the party yet. I was running a little late. I was watching it on my phone, and then I'm like, wow, they're gonna score first drive, and bam, interception. And I thought, wow, that is tough. But then again, it's whatever. The first half was pretty boring. I mean, yeah, it was just pretty boring. There was just, it was punt after punt after punt. So, like I said, New England had got an interception. They threw an interception the first drive. The Rams punted. Then New England had a 46-yard field goal that surprisingly Gostkowski missed it. And he's usually really reliable, which was very, very surprising. Then it would go punt and punt, punt. And then Gostkowski would go on to make a 42-yard field goal. And then we would go into halftime. Not tied, with the Patriots being up by 3 points. Halftime show was good. I thought Maroon 5 did well. I like Travis Scott, like Sicko Mode, I like rap. I'm just gonna put that out there. I thought Travis Scott did really, really bad. I did not like the way he sang. He rapped. There's a lot of yeahs. That's not Sicko Mode. I thought that Big Boy did well. I liked the cameo with SpongeBob. I thought that was cool. Wasn't Sweet Victory, but I thought it was cool anyway. On to the second half, where the real football started. And it started with punts. Surprise, surprise. The third punt is actually historical. It's a 65-yard punt by the Rams punter, Johnny Heckler. Let's give a round of applause for Johnny Heckler. Yeah, 65-yard punt. 1 yard longer than the previous record. I think it was something like 27 yards after it reached the ground, which is wicked. That's a punt. I mean, both punters went ham. I know Ryan Allen, the Patriots punter, got 5 punts for 215 yards, 43-yard average, which is good. No touchbacks for either punter, which is crazy. But the Rams punter punted all game. 414 yards, 417 yards worth of punts. It was mad. It was mad. Anyway, so the fifth possession of the third quarter, Greg Zuerlein would make a 53-yard field goal. This guy is a god. He's just going to make any field goal you give to him. Except when he does it. He made, I think it was 56-yarder to bring the Rams to the Super Bowl. He's a good. Adam Vinatieri, move over. Here comes Greg Zuerlein. Anyway, 53-yarder to tie up the game. 3 possessions later, there's a 29-yard reception by Gronk to bring it up to the 2-yard line. And who are they going to give it to? Who other than Mitchell? Mitchell. They're going to give it to Mitchell, who's going to run it in for the touchdown, and it'll bring it up to 10-3. Next possession. This is where the Rams really showed, not really the Rams, but where Jared Goff really showed how young he is. This is where I think a more experienced quarterback would have, I don't know if come in handy, but he showed he wasn't ready or wasn't experienced in the big game. He's gonna drive down the field. He's driving down the field. He's doing great. I'm kind of sweating because I had the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. I'm like, wow, we just scored a touchdown, and now the Rams are gonna score a touchdown to tie up the game. And then he throws a pick. Gilmore's going to pick it off, and it's on the New England 4. That's a big pick. That's huge. I mean, any pick is huge. The first drive, New England always scores. I mean, that's a big pick. They were driving down the field, and it was a big pick. But right after your opponent scores, you're driving down the field, you pick off the ball, that's mad. That is huge. And that the next possession, the Patriots are going to go down the field, and they're going to kick a game-sealing field goal, in my opinion. You're down by, what is it? It was 3-13. You're down by 10 points. There's 2 minutes left in the game. I don't think you're coming back. The way the game was going, it was all defense the whole game. Your running game has been little to none the entire game. Jared Goff just threw a pick, and I don't know how great his confidence is in any situation, let alone the biggest game of the year. I don't think you could have. I don't know. They got into field goal range. They went to go for the field goal. It's a 48-yard field goal. Greg Zuerlein made a 53-yarder earlier in the game. I mean, it's no gimme, but he made a longer one earlier in the game. And what is he going to do? He's going to miss it. I was in awe. I thought he was going to make it. but he didn't. He missed it, and that's a game. There's a game. Game over. It's 13-10. 13-3. Patriots. Patriots win the Super Bowl. Tom Brady gets his 6th ring. Bill Belichick, 6th ring. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. I think they're the greatest at their respective position. Bill Belichick, greatest head coach. Tom Brady, greatest player. But those are videos for another time. I think who deserves a lot of credit is Brian Flores, linebacker coach and defensive play caller for the Patriots. He gave the Rams a defense they weren't prepared for, and they weren't able to make the adjustments they needed to, and that's why they lost the game. And Wade Phillips, while they still lost the game, it was a low-scoring affair. He kept the Rams competitive. He sacked Tom Brady for the first time this postseason. It was only one sack, but it was a sack for the first time this entire postseason. Brian Flores is going to be head coach for the Dolphins. Hopefully he does well. Best of luck to him. And, I mean, I think, the Patriots were able to keep Todd Gurley in check. And that's where the Rams lost the game. And and I truly believe that. I know this is going to sound biased, but why were the Bears able to win the game when they did? They were able to keep Todd Gurley in check. Todd Gurley was nowhere to be found in that game. I don't know the exact stats, but he had little to no rushing stats the entire game. And in this game, he had 10 rushing attempts, 35 yards. His longest was 16 yards. That's about half of his entire yards. Sonny Mitchell, 18 attempts, 94 yards, a touchdown, and 26 is his long. Rex Burkhead, 7 attempts, 43 yards, 26 is his long. I think that's where Bill Belichick comes in. He's able to take away your greatest player, and that's where he gets you. Julian Edelman. Super Bowl MVP. Does he deserve it? Yes. He was able to get open the entire game. I was kind of sad he didn't get the touchdown. I was thinking the entire game, when they score a touchdown, I hope it's his. I hope he gets the touchdown. He didn't get the touchdown, but I was kind of sad. It didn't matter the quarter. First quarter, the entire game, he got open. He gave opportunities to the Patriots. He's a Super Bowl MVP for a reason. The Rams are going to come back next year. Same core. And I think they're going to rule the NFC. I don't believe the Saints are going to come back as strong as they were this year. And I don't think they're going to come back the same. I really don't. And I think the Rams are going to come back and be atop the NFC. And I don't really know about the Patriots either. I think the Chiefs are going to be atop of the AFC. But who knows? Tom Brady has a magic potion, or if he found the fountain of youth, for all we know, because he is showing no signs of aging. And that that's all I gotta say about Super Bowl 53. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and next video is why Tom Brady is the GOAT. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you next time.